In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. But what happens when a god from an older universe, a god of myth, conquest, and cosmic wisdom, steps into the galaxy of endless suffering? What if Odin, the All-Father of Norse legend, invaded Warhammer 40,000? Not as a story, not as a myth, but as a conqueror. The galaxy burns as it always does. The Imperium of Man fights a losing war on a million fronts. Chaos spreads corruption through reality itself. Xenos empires rise and fall beneath the shadow of endless crusades. And then, something impossible happens. In the depths of the warp, a realm already filled with gods and nightmares, a new presence awakens, not born of emotion like chaos, not shaped by belief alone, but ancient, purposeful, watching. A single eye opens within the immaterium. Odin has arrived. Unlike chaos gods, Odin is not merely a reflection of mortal emotion. He is a being of will, knowledge, and sacrifice, a god who traded comfort for wisdom. The warp senses him immediately. The chaos gods react. Khorne feels a rival war deity entering his domain. Tzeentch senses a mind capable of rivaling his endless schemes. Nurgle sees a being who rejects decay. Slaanesh feels something worse, restraint. Odin does not feed on worship alone. He studies, and what he sees disgusts him. Humanity, fractured, oppressed, worshipping a corpse upon a throne. A galaxy trapped in stagnation. To Odin, this is not order. It is failure. Odin's first act is not conquest. It is understanding. His ravens, Hagen and Munin, thought and memory, scatter across the warp and real space alike. Through psychic pathways, forbidden knowledge floods into him. He learns of the Emperor, and immediately recognizes something familiar. A ruler who sacrificed everything for humanity's survival. A king bound to a throne. An All-Father. Broken, Odin becomes fascinated. Because where Odin sacrificed an eye for wisdom, the Emperor sacrificed humanity's future for control. And Odin believes he can succeed where the Emperor failed. His invasion begins silently. Warp storms stabilize wherever his power touches reality. Demonic incursions falter. On fringe imperial worlds, psychers begin reporting visions. A one-eyed king offering strength without corruption. Unlike chaos, Odin does not promise pleasure or rage. He offers purpose. Warriors who die in battle begin vanishing from the warp entirely. Their souls do not feed chaos. They are taken, claimed. New afterlife forms within the immaterium, a psychic fortress resembling Valhalla. And this terrifies the chaos gods. Because Odin is stealing their food, the Imperium notices quickly. Entire regiments fight with unnatural courage. Warp travel becomes safer along strange new routes marked by runic energy. The ecclesiarchy declares it heresy. The Inquisition declares it a warp entity. The Grey Knights prepare extermination. But Space Marines begin to feel something strange. For the first time in centuries, hope. Odin reveals himself during a massive chaos invasion. A black crusade tears open reality across multiple sectors. Demons flood into real space, led by champions, blessed by the dark gods. And then the sky splits. Golden lightning descends. A towering figure appears, armored, spear in hand, radiating authority, equal to a primarch. With a single strike of Gungnir, Odin annihilates a greater demon permanently. Not banished, but erased. Chaos recoils. because something impossible has occurred. A god has killed a demon's essence. Not even the Emperor could do this consistently. Now the galaxy faces a terrifying question. Is Odin humanity's savior, or its replacement god? The Emperor, entombed upon the golden throne, reacts. Across Terra, the Astronomicon flickers. For a brief moment, two psychic suns shine within the warp. The Emperor senses Odin immediately, not as an enemy, but as competition. Two visions of humanity clash silently across reality. The Emperor represents survival through control and sacrifice. Odin represents survival through strength and evolution. Neither will kneel. The Primarchs, especially those loyal to humanity, would feel Odin's influence strongly. Warriors like Russ, if he still wandered the warp, might see Odin as the embodiment of warrior kingship. Others would distrust him instantly. Gilliman would recognize the danger. Another god claiming humanity's destiny, because humanity under Odin would not remain the Imperium. It would become something harsher, more mythic, a civilization built entirely around eternal war and glory. Chaos retaliates. The four Chaos gods temporarily unite, an almost unheard-of event, recognizing Odin as an existential threat. Massive warp storms surge toward Odin's growing domain. Demon armies attack his psychic stronghold. But Odin thrives in war. Every fallen warrior strengthens him. Every heroic death expands his power. Unlike Chaos, which feeds on suffering, Odin feeds on valor. And in Warhammer 40K, valor is endless. Soon, entire Space Marine chapters began experiencing visions of a golden hall awaiting worthy warriors. Some secretly pledge themselves to Odin's path. Others resist violently. Civil war erupts within the Imperium itself. Not chaos corruption, but ideological division. Should humanity follow the silent emperor or the living god who fights beside them? The greatest confrontation becomes inevitable. Odin turns his gaze toward Terra, not to destroy it, but to speak to the Emperor. As his presence approaches the Sol system, reality itself trembles. The Astronomicon flares brighter than ever before. Billions fall to their knees without understanding why. Two godlike beings prepare to meet. The Emperor, the master of mankind, and Odin, the All-Father. Their conflict would not be fought with armies, but with philosophy. The Emperor believes humanity must rely only on itself, free from gods. Odin believes humanity needs gods to inspire greatness. One seeks control, the other seeks transformation, and the galaxy hangs in the balance. If Odin wins, the Imperium transforms into a warrior civilization unlike anything before. Humanity becomes fearless, unified by honor rather than fear. Chaos weakens as fewer souls fall to despair, but endless war becomes sacred. Peace disappears forever. Humanity survives but becomes something closer to myth than civilization. If the Emperor prevails, Odin is driven back into the warp, remembered only as another defeated god. The Imperium continues its slow decay. Humanity endures, but never truly rises. And if neither wins, the warp itself may change forever. Because for the first time, chaos would face an enemy that does not mirror mortal weakness, but mortal potential. A god born not from emotion, but from sacrifice. In the grim darkness of the far future, gods already wage war for humanity's soul. But Odin's invasion would introduce something the galaxy has almost forgotten. Not rage, not corruption, not despair, but glory. And in a universe where hope is nearly extinct, that might be the most dangerous force of all.